A station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hey, thanks for joining us on this Wednesday for DC News Now at 4. I'm Mark Hall.
And I'm Annalisa Gale. It's been 2 weeks now since a murder suspect escaped from DC police custody at George Washington University Hospital. And tonight, federal and local law enforcement are still searching for 30-year-old Christopher Haynes.
And our Daniel Hamburg joins us live at the emergency room where Haynes escaped. And Daniel, police say that he's likely getting help from others.
Well, Mark and Annalisa, police say when Haynes escaped from this emergency room, he was missing a shoe and wearing a handcuff on his right wrist. They say they've gotten multiple reports of sightings, but they have not released any details about when or where those were, and they also haven't released any pictures. Now, I talked with a former U.S. Marshal who says that he is likely getting help from friends and associates and is likely still in the area. Haynes, again, is 6 feet tall, 205 pounds, with a Washington Nationals tattoo on the front of his neck. D.C. police warned earlier this week anyone assisting him will face criminal charges. Haynes is from Gainesville, Virginia, and that's where police say the man he killed, Brent Hayward, is from too. Hayward's mother says she's living in fear and is considering moving.
I know if my son was afraid of him, then I certainly should be afraid of him.
He assaulted police officers in his past, and he has the current charge. So there's absolutely a danger. And the danger is ratcheted up a little bit just because now he's desperate.
Now, police say they are following up on every tip that they get. But again, within the last 2 weeks, there have been no details released to the public about where he may have been seen. Mark?
Well, Daniel, you mentioned police think that he's getting help. What consequences could those people face?
Well, charges of harboring, aiding, and abetting, that can mean those people could face several years in jail for helping him stay out of police custody. We do know that U.S. Marshals are likely monitoring the cell phones and social media of friends and acquaintances that they have been keeping track of. We're live in Foggy Bottom. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. And switching gears now, this is a live look at Reagan National Airport. Looking beautiful, clear skies if you want to take off at this hour.
Yeah, my goodness, another nice day. Meteorologist Scott Sumner joins us now to look at the forecast. 3 in a row, my friend.
Yeah, hitting the trifecta, or a batting average of 1,000, as we like to say at the noon show. Yeah, it's been pretty nice out there the last couple of days. Right now, we're sitting at a temperature of 80 degrees. I said yesterday we would hit at least 80 or maybe slightly above that mark. It's saying mostly cloudy, but we're seeing quite a bit of sunshine there as well across the board. Now, with regards to the dew point temperature, the lower the number, the more comfortable it feels. Look at all these numbers in the 40s and 50s, which puts us as dry and comfortable outside right now. Now, having said that, we are going to see some changes head our way. You notice there are some clouds well down to the south. We've got high pressure on top of us now, but these clouds down here are all tied into a storm system, or what will soon be a storm system that rides the coastline. And already we're looking ahead to Friday with potential of rainfall in the area. Now, we're under a marginal risk here of excessive rainfall with a more of a slight risk, which is a higher elevated risk here percentage-wise from Richmond and points south of there. But we may get into that sort of slight risk as we get into Saturday because that storm is heading directly up the coastline. And as far as tonight's concerned, look at an evening planner, not too bad. 70, 68, and 67 from 8 to 9 to 10 p.m. Under clear to mostly clear skies. Will be, like I said, sunny and seasonable today. The rest of it, increasing clouds by Friday, though, and we'll have some breezy conditions with some rain by this weekend, and then eventually those showers should move out by the beginning of next week. We'll break down that 7-day forecast for you coming up.
All right, Scott, thank you. Turning now to Maryland, where the family of 16-year-old Jada Moore and friends came together today for her funeral. Jada was shot and killed when a fight broke out as she was walking home from school.
Her family says she was trying to protect her brother, Aryamari Sase. Covers Prince George's County for us. She has the latest on how friends and family are honoring her.
A kind, loving, humble young girl, but most importantly, a hero. That's how loved ones describe 16-year-old Jada Moore. And through their tears, they say she made an impact on so many.
I never thought I would lose my child to a senseless killing.
A grieving family sang their final goodbye.
Me and Jada, we were really close.
16-year-old Jada Moore was a basketball star at Duval High School with dreams of going to the WNBA.
And she started believing in herself, and she started to show her gifts and talents. She was the youngest starter on varsity. So her growth in 1 year was outstanding.
On Wednesday, several people gathered at Reed Temple AME Church to honor her life.
But when she started smiling, it was just contagious. Everyone would smile and laugh with her.
Her Georgia County Executive Angela Also Brooks gave her condolences.
This is a huge loss for our community, and we can't afford it.
On September 11th, Jada and a group were walking home on Palomar Drive from Duval High School when they were approached by students from Charles Herbert Flowers High School. A fight broke out between the two groups. Jada intervened trying to protect her brother. She tried taking the suspect's gun away before he shot and killed her. The suspect, 17-year-old Abdurrahman Diaby, was arrested and charged days later.
This situation is another wake-up call to let us know there's work to do. Giving the confidence that Jada received is what we need to give to these children. They need to know they're worth something. They need to know they're here for a reason.
Loved ones say Jada will truly be missed, but her impact will live on.
All stand and give Jada her final starting basketball call. So Jada Moore, hailing from Duval High School as a varsity player, a point player.
The teen accused of taking her life remains behind bars, and his next court date is set for October. For now, reporting in Glendale, Maryland, I'm Yamarie Sase, DC News Now.
Yamarie, thank you. And new tonight out of Prince George's County, police say they received this gun off of a 17-year-old student at Fairmont Heights High School just before 11 this morning. Well, the school security personnel took the gun from the student. Drugs were also recovered. That student will be charged as an adult.
And new details tonight, a congressional committee voting this afternoon on the future of a proposed RFK revival to bring the Washington Commanders back to the district. The U.S. House Oversight Committee this morning met and agreed on several points that could bring the team to their former home in an updated capacity. Maryland and Virginia leaders have already pleaded their case to also play host to the franchise. Our Leonard and Fleming will have more on today's actions this afternoon coming up at 4:30. Also developing now in Montgomery County, two pedestrians were hit on Frederick Road just before 12:30. Both were taken to the hospital with what are considered non-life-threatening injuries, and that driver did cooperate with police. This comes a day after the passage of the Safe Streets Act. We first told you about that yesterday. Just this year, 11 pedestrians and cyclists have been killed and more than 400 hurt. The Safe Streets Act means longer walk times at crosswalks. Drivers will also start to notice more speed cameras throughout the county, keeping those roadways slowed down. There will also be no right turns on red in the busiest intersections in the county. The last change will be a requirement for infrastructure reviews anytime there is a crash with a pedestrian in a school zone.
In Virginia, a man accused of a string of sexual assaults against women in Northern Virginia is now accused of trying to abduct middle schoolers. Our Haley Milan learned more in court today and talked with neighbors in Dumfries, where one of the girls fought off her attacker.
A similarity in the charges that Haynes faces in both Fairfax County and Prince William County, grabbing women in public. Police say he even tried to abduct a 12-year-old girl walking to school in Dumfries. I talked to neighbors in that area who say they have some peace of mind now knowing that he's behind bars awaiting trial.
You know, it's just crazy that kids just trying to get to school, you know, just trying to walk to school, have to encounter stuff like this.
On May 10th, 2022, Haynes allegedly assaulted two 12-year-old girls in Prince William County. Both of them walking to Graham Park Middle School just before 8 a.m. Police say he even tried to abduct one of the girls, but she fought him off. The account shaking the community there. The same day, police say he's seen on this surveillance video connecting him to an alleged assault on Northern Virginia Community College's Loudoun County campus. And on July 3rd of this year, Fairfax police say Din assaulted 2 more women in Chantilly, grabbing them in intimate areas. On Tuesday, a judge in Fairfax ruled that there wasn't probable cause to move forward with the charges of sexual assault and battery against Din. County Prosecutor's Office spokeswoman Laura Birnbaum wrote in an email to DC News Now that prosecutors presented the strongest case possible, but the witness couldn't identify the suspect. Neighbors near the Dumfries Middle School say they're not shocked. They've seen recent shootings and other crimes happening more frequently, but hope families learn from this.
I think the best thing is for the kids to go in groups. I think the parents have to be very vigilant.
Din is scheduled for a bond hearing for the 3 charges that he faces here in Prince William County tomorrow morning. In Prince William County, I'm Haley Mylon, DC News Now.